Hi everyone, I hope everyone is doing well today. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Nomandla, and if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always tuning and watching in. So today I'm once again helping my beginners out there. This video today is about a beginner's guide to finding the perfect foundation for your complexion. So before you go out and buy foundation, there's a couple of things you need to do and know before you go, and stick with me and I'll show you what those are. All right, before you go and buy foundation, like I said, there are a couple of things you need to do and know before you go there. So one, you need to know your skin tone. Two, you need to figure out what your undertone is. And three, you need to understand the condition of your skin so that when you buy foundation that is best suited for all three of these conditions. So let's begin with what you need to do first. Number one, do know your skin tone. So that's an easy one. Um, Skin tone is categorized into three. So you've got light tones, you've got medium tones, and then you've got deep tones. This split is just basically what your skin color is, so what you appear to be. So the more light you are, if you're in the light category, you're more likely to be Caucasian, and then the more deep or dark you are, that means you are more African in ethnicity. So this is just a breakdown. Look at yourself. There is a chart, so you can determine just by looking at the different shades leading, within the ranges, and see which range you are in and determine your skin tone. Number two, you need to figure out what your skin undertone is. This one is very, very, very important and crucial into finding the perfect foundation for your complexion. This is because makeup or foundation is also, the foundation palettes are also broken down into those shades. So you'll find that they've broken it down to cool undertone shades, warm undertone shades, and neutral undertone shades. So once you find your undertone, you're basically narrowing down where you should be looking. So it's no longer guesswork. You know where you're now looking at the right place. So do figure out your skin undertone. And I'm sure you've heard of the term undertone a lot, especially when dealing with makeup, and that just means the color you are underneath the surface of your skin. So that's the overtaking color, the color you basically, exude all day. So in that, there are also three types of undertones. So there are people with cool undertone, there are people with a warm undertone, and then there are people with a neutral undertone. And let's break those down. So if you've got a cool undertone, it means you have a slightly pinkish appearance or reddish pinkish appearance underneath your skin. If you are warm, you are probably, golden and a bit yellow underneath your skin. And if you're neutral, there's not much of a difference. You look the same, the skin underneath looks the same as the skin on the surface of your skin. So that's how they break down the undertones. And now, how to test for your undertone. There are about three tests that you can do easily at home by yourself to find what undertone you are, and these are the vein test, there is the jewelry test, and then there is the sun test. One I find more accurate and more likely to give an indication of my undertone is the vein test, and that you do by looking at your veins. So for me, I can look at my wrist and I easily find my vein, and let's see there. So if you can see my vein, mine is a bit green olive in color, meaning I am a warm undertone. So there is a undertone palette, so divided into the three categories, and based on the color of your vein, you will know what undertone you are. So for me, it's quite accurate. I've got green veins, meaning I've got a warm undertone, meaning my skin is a bit gold yellow underneath. So that's how they also make the consistency of foundation. So when you put it on, that's the color that stays and illuminates out the rest of the day. That's what that means. So look at your veins. If you've got deep purple, kind of dark veins, that means you are a cool undertone and probably appear more pinkish or reddish in color. And that's the way they're going to, when you put on the foundation color, that's the color that's going to illuminate out of that foundation throughout the day. Same is when you are neutral, you probably have blue greenish veins or something in between, or if you can't tell what color the color of your veins is, you're most probably neutral, and that means the color you are going to put on as foundation is going to stay consistently as one color and not exude a different hue or color throughout the day. So that's why you need to know your undertone, because once you put on those colors, there is a color that illuminates underneath the brown for me, and that would be the yellow in the warm undertones. So do remember to always make sure that you know your skin undertone, so that you know you're looking in the right undertone shade, foundation shade palette, and then you're good to go, guys. That's what you should do. That's how you do the vein test. And then there's the jewelry test. That one I feel is a bit flawed in its design, because it goes like this. So if you find that gold jewelry suits you mostly, you're more a warm undertone, and if you wear silver and it suits you, you're a cool undertone. Now for someone like me, I feel it's going to mislead, because I wear both silver and gold by preference. I feel they look good on me, but then the test would actually result in me being a cool undertone, so I'll be looking in the wrong place. That's why I feel the jewelry one is a bit flawed. And what if you wear jewelry according to your preference, and you feel you look good in it? So I don't know. I don't know about the jewelry test, guys. Do it, don't do it. I don't know. So really a confusing test, especially if you just like jewelry by preference. So I'd skip that one. And then there's the sun test. Also, I feel is a bit flawed, in the sense that you test like this. So if you stand around in the sun and you're a person who turns pinkish, you're a cool undertone. So if you stand in the sun and you burn easily, and you tan easily, you are a warm undertone. But I feel if any of us stand in the sun for however many hours, something's definitely going to happen to you. So how do I determine if I'm neutral now, or if I'm now cool or warm? Should I turn pink and tan easily? So I don't know. Am I neutral? Am I cool? Or am I warm? So that test also, I don't know. I don't trust a bit, but you could try it and see if it does, indicate your undertone better. But I definitely do the vein test first as an option to find my undertone. So do that test, guys. Okay, a last test to do is the skin condition test. Know and understand the condition of your skin when you are exposed to natural lighting and air, especially when you don't have any product on, because that's what your skin is most likely to do when you've got product on anyway. So if you have dry skin, you need to put on foundation that is more suited for dry skin, that is going to moisturize and not dry you out. If you have oily skin, you're more likely to go for mattifying foundations, so that you can get that powder kind of finish for your skin. And if your combination either or suits you, whether you go for the more dewy kind of looking glossy type of foundations, or the mattifying, you at least using foundation that is more suited for your skin condition. So do an exercise, whether it's over the weekend, just especially if you don't know what kind of skin condition or type you are, Wash your face. Don't put on any product. Just monitor what your skin does under natural lighting. So if you go out in the sun and notice you come back looking pink, that means you've got cool undertones. And also, if it dries you, if you notice that you've got dry places, well, you mostly dry on all of the surface of your face, that means you've got dry skin and should be actually focusing on buying more moisturizing foundation, one that's going to give you a glossy, more dewy kind of effect. And if you're like me, who is a combination skin and only have oily patches on certain places on your face and dry patches on your face, that means you're a combination and should be looking at foundation that is written combination to oily or mattifying. Doesn't matter, it's still going to give you a nice satin effect, complexion all over your face. This is because most of us don't read what the foundation what kind of consistency is. So you're going to go and buy MAC because your friend buys MAC, but you didn't read that it's mattifying and not a moisturizing foundation. So now you're just going to make your condition worse. So you're just going to dry your skin out further if you have dry skin and you use mattifying foundation. And if you're oily and you're using the moisturizing type, you're going to appear more shiny and more oily as the day progresses, and you're not going to like that finish. So you'd rather aim for mattifying foundation. So have a look and see if that particular foundation is mattifying, or if it's a moisturizing one, or if it's made for combination oily skin. And then you are good to go, guys. Once you know this thing, then you are good to go and buy foundation and try out shades suitable for your complexion. Oh, one other thing, just before you buy and leave, do check if your foundation contains a UV protection factor. So that's an SPF. Once you see the letters SPF, that means it does contain a sun blocking protection factor. And this, I've only seen 10 or 15 in South African brands. I haven't seen a protection factor more than that in foundations. So that just also means that foundation is a bit lighter than it is without the SPF factor. So be careful. You might be a shade or two darker when foundation contains an SPF factor. So careful with the SPF factors there, especially if your primer might contain an SPF factor. If you're going to put on sunblock again, and if your foundation has an SPF factor, you might appear gray and wonder why. That's because you chose foundation with an SPF factor. But if you find that there's not much of a difference and you're happy with it, then continue with that product. But just as a warning, do look and see if your foundation contains SPF, and then you take it from there as well, especially when you're testing. So the reason why we buy foundation, or well, I buy foundation, is primarily because I want an even complexion across my face. Not all areas of my face are the same color. I have age spots. I also have, places in my face that are darkly pigmented than the rest of my face. So I just want an even skin tone. And I also want, to make sure that whatever foundation I'm using is giving off the best my best complexion color. So that's why you need to find matched foundation for your skin tone. Back in, I think, if we go back to maybe 10-15 years ago, makeup was really not available in so many colors. So you'd have to probably mix two colors just to get the even tone that you want for your complexion. So it was quite difficult, but now the brands have really improved, and made a lot of colors, especially for African skin. So there are more tones available. You definitely are going to find something that's close to your true match color and to your complexion that you are most likely to be happy with. And don't forget to do these tests, guys. Knowing your skin tone and your skin undertone and your skin condition are very vital in picking the perfect foundation color for yourselves. So do these little tests. It really helps when shopping for foundation. If you really can't find foundation, do ask for help in store. I know that currently we're still restricted because of COVID. We're still restricted in testing for foundation, but if they can maybe give you a little tester to take home when you are purchasing, you can just, if that tester does not work well at home, you can return the purchased bottle and swap for a color that's more suited for you. That's if they allow. So I'm going to show you how I test for foundation and one that's going to be a true match for me. I've got here two colors that are in the warm range. So I've got here the Maybelline Golden in 312, and I've got here the Golden Caramel in 332. I will put both on my wrist, and I'll swatch both on my wrist and then show you how I know which one is my best suited color. So let me just swatch there, and I'll take the second one. Let me just give them space. So both these foundations are in the warm undertone colors. I'll show you now. One's already disappeared. This is the 312 in the golden, and I've swatched. Wait, okay, it's not appearing. Okay, there we go. Then I've swatched the 332 over here. So this is the 312 and this is the 332. Both are in the warm undertone shades. So now I've swatched both and I'm just gonna try blend in. So that's the 312. Now I'm blending the 332. Can you see the 332 is just disappearing into my skin tone and matched? So that's how I know my shade is the 332, the golden caramel color. So that's what we mean by swatch the colors onto your wrist and see which one disappears into your skin, and that one is most likely your perfect foundation and the one that you should be using, and it will not give off different colors. If you can see, there's not much difference from my neck and my face, just that I'm too light right now. But if you'd see me now, different. I don't look like I am wearing a mask on top of my, on my face, and I look well blended in because I chose the right color and I was looking in the right place. So do that exercise, guys. If you can't do those, I think your last resort would be to go on the websites. The websites are quite helpful nowadays. You can go onto their website. They have this thing called Find My Foundation thing. It's like a quiz, or you can upload a picture of your face without any makeup on, and it must be a clear picture, no shadows over your face, so that they can actually match you to the perfect foundation. So you answer a couple of questions. Some are either multiple choice, others you just pick and choose and see, in comparison. They'll have a picture chart of women with different skin tones, and you must choose which one you're most likely closest to, and then it generates a results for you, leading to which foundation you should be actually looking for in that brand. So most of them have that in the website, so check that out, especially if it's brands that you're interested in. So do check out Maybelline. I think Estee Lauder has one. I think Clarence also. Who else did I see? I think Revlon also has one, but and quite a number of brands are doing this just to assist you to find the perfect foundation color. So do that, guys. All right, guys, I feel you are now ready to go and buy makeup, especially if you know your skin tone, if you know your skin's undertone, and you actually just monitored your skin condition. You are then ready to go and buy foundation for yourself. At least now you're going in with the knowledge of, you have narrowed it down to where to look for. You know where to exactly go for. So if you are cool undertones, you already know you're going to look at the cool undertone shades and what your skin tone is. So if you're medium, light, or deep, you know where to go for. These are just helpful hints and tips to help you go look in the right place when you're going to go buy foundation. This is to help you guys not turn orange or gray or white when taking pictures. You know that there's, when you take pictures, there is that flash that really shows you what color is underneath, you know. So you don't want it to do that when you are taking pictures. So do these exercises for yourself. Know your undertone, know your skin tone, know the condition of your skin, so that you know what you're going to go look for in store. I'm sure you will definitely get help if you ask for help and you're still not sure once you've done these tests. And if you can take home a test, that do when purchasing the foundation. I think sometimes they give it to you because you've purchased a full, you know, a product, and then if you find that it doesn't match, you can take the unopened bottle and in store and make a swap then for your foundation. Be careful when testing in store lighting. That light makes you look amazing in any color. So they could basically test chocolate on me, and I'll probably think it's a color suited for me. And what is best with foundation is to test it out in natural lighting and exposure to, you know, your natural air, so that you know what your skin does and what the foundation actually does when exposed. So do that for me, guys. Do that for yourselves actually, and then you will definitely be happy with the foundation you purchase. I hope that was helpful for you guys, especially if you did not know how to go about looking for foundation. So I hope that helped, and now you're more confident in going to find your foundation color. So until next time, guys, stay safe, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Like, leave me a comment below and tell me what you thought, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.